Good morning children. Welcome to Easy Economics. Today I am explaining the one of the basic concepts of economics, that is goods. In economic sense, good also called commodity. Okay, two words are there. The other name for the good is commodity also. Okay guys, what is called the good? Children, we are having unlimited wants. To satisfy our wants, we are consuming so many things. Okay, so the main motive to consume the things is the things are satisfying our wants. So here, good or commodity means a thing which satisfies our want is called the good. Okay, the definition of the good is a thing which is satisfying our want or which is having the want satisfying capacity, that is called the good. Okay, here the goods are classified into two types. They are of material goods and second category is non-material goods. Okay, material goods are the goods are tangible. Material goods are tangible. Means we are able to see, we are able to touch, and the goods are transferred from one place to another place, one person to another person also. The things which are visible and tangible are called the material goods. Examples are water, pen, watch, etc. are the examples to the material goods. Okay, means we are able to feel with our sense, able to touch and able to see, and can be transferred from person to person or place to place. And next one, what are the non-material goods? Non-material goods are intangible, can't be seen by us, can't be touched by us, and can't be transferred from person to person or place to place. All the invisibles and intangibles are called the non-material goods. They don't have the particular shape or size, and it is not possible to us to see them, to touch them. Okay, so what are the examples to the non-material goods? All the services. Examples are all services are considered as non-material goods. Means services of doctors, lawyers, okay, and all the services are considered as the non-material goods. Okay, again here the material goods are classified into two types. Material goods are classified into two types. They are non-economic goods, and the second category is economic goods. Non-economic goods also having the other name, that is free goods. The other name of non-economic goods is free goods. And second category is economic goods. So, what are the non-economic goods? Here, non-economic goods are gifted by the nature, available freely by the nature. And whenever they are gifted by the nature, at that time, they don't have any production cost and they don't have any price also. They are available in plenty amounts. Means our requirement based means they are available in plenty amounts than our requirement. So examples of the free goods are water, air, and sunshine. These are the examples to the free goods. Okay, They are available freely by the nature or they are gifted by the nature, don't have the price, do not have the production cost, available in plenty amounts. That is, supply is more than demand. So some of the examples are water, air and sunshine. Children, once upon a time, water, air also are the better examples to the free goods. But nowadays, the pure drinking water, we are paying money. To get the pure drinking water, we are paying the money to have the water can. So water is a free good, but pure drinking water is not a free good now. It becomes the economic good whenever we are paying the money. And next one, air. Definitely air is a free good, but because of air pollution, because of the environmental pollution, air also polluted. So to protect the air, pure air, government is, and to control the air pollution, government is spending huge amount of money. Okay, hence it is also, pure air also not a free good nowadays. So the better example to the free good is sunshine, which is available in plenty amounts and supply is more than demand, and it is not exchanged for the other good. So it doesn't have price. Then it is called the free good. Okay, generally children, in economic sense, value is of two types. To discuss about the characteristics of the free goods and economic goods, we are in need of both the concepts of value and value in use. Okay, in economic sense, value means two types of value are there. They are, first one is value in use and second one is value in exchange. Value in exchange. So here guys, value in use means free goods are having the want satisfying capacity. Okay, they are able to satisfy our want. So it means they are having the utility. Free goods are having utility. If a commodity is having utility, so we are able to conclude that it is having value in use. Okay, if a commodity is able to satisfy our want, that is, it is having utility, so it is having value in use. Utility is nothing but value in use of a commodity. So now what is the value in exchange? Value in exchange means if a commodity is transferred for the other good, so then it is said that it is having the value in exchange. Children, nowadays barter system is not there. The present economy is the money based economy. So all the goods and services are exchanged for the money. So the good which is exchanged for the money is called, it is having value in exchange. In economic sense, value means only the value in exchange. So the free goods are not having value, means they don't have value in exchange. Okay, sunshine is not exchanged for the money. It is a free good. Of course, water is exchanged for the money. Nowadays it becomes economic good, and pure air is a costly thing. Now government is spending huge amount of money to purify the air. Okay, like that. So a commodity which is having only value in use and it doesn't have value in exchange, that is only considered as a free good. Okay, so these are the characteristics of the free goods. Available in plenty amounts, gifted by the nature, don't have production cost, they are not manufactured in the industries, and they don't have the price. They have only value in use, they don't have value in exchange, they are not exchanged for the money. The next one, economic good. Economic good means either it is a natural or man-made, but it is commanding price, then it is called the economic good. Okay, so sometimes some of the natural goods also considered as economic goods. For example, here water is gifted by the nature, but now it becomes an economic good. Why? Because it is exchanging for the money. Okay, to get the pure drinking water we are paying the money. So it means some natural goods are also now became economic goods. Okay, so I think which is either natural or man-made, if it is commanding the price, then it is called the economic good. Okay, economic goods are having production cost and having price, and the supply of economic goods is less than demand. So demand is more for the economic goods, but supply is very less. And here, to produce economic good, the producer is in need of the four factors of the production, that is land, labor, capital and organizer. And the producer has to pay the remunerations to the remaining factors of production whenever he is using the factors in the production process. That is the reason some amount of expenditure incurs to the producer to produce the economic goods. So that is the reason he is charging the price for the goods. and production of economic goods is in need of the raw material. So the raw material is not available in plenty amounts. That is the reason they are not available in plenty amounts due to lack of raw material, lack of skilled labor, lack of capital. The production of economic goods is in plenty amounts is not possible. That is the reason they are always limited to their extent, and supply is always less than the demand of the commodity. Okay, and children, economic goods must have three characteristics. The characteristics of the economic goods are utility, second one is scarcity, and third one is transferability. Okay, an economic good must have the three characteristics: utility, scarcity, and transferability. Utility means it is nothing but the value in use. Okay, so if it is satisfying our want, the examples of the economic goods are, children, car, okay, and bike, book. These are all the examples to the economic goods. Okay, these are satisfying our want. So it means the economic good is having utility, must have the utility, want satisfying capacity. And next one, scarcity. Definitely they are not available in plenty amounts. They are man-made. The production of economic goods is in need of so many things: raw material, labor, technology are used in the production of the economic goods. So they are not available in the plenty amounts. They are very limited to their extent, and they are transferable from one place to another place, one person to another person. The reason is, in the production place, the goods are produced at producer's place, and they are transported to consumers' markets. Okay. So, and also the economic goods are having both value in use and value in exchange. Okay, whenever they are able to satisfy our want, they are having value in use, and whenever they are having the price, so they are exchanged for the money, so they are having the value in exchange also. Okay, commodity is having price, definitely it is having value in exchange. Okay, now the car, bike, and book are exchanged for the money. Okay, children, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe and share it to your friends.